Hey, what's up, guys? I am so excited to be hunting out of the man cave tonight. So, the situation is the wind direction is keeping me from going to any of my other stands. So, we're in the biggest stand I've ever built, my 35 by 25 man cave. But it happens to be right in the center of a lot of deer activity. And frankly, it's just a great hunting spot. This is just a practical way for me to harvest my last doe tag worth of meat for the year. And we're going to do it with the Airforce Texan, flinging 4.57, 380 grain bullets. I mean, these things are monsters. I'm shooting the Zans, and they are no joke. They've got a big, fat hollow point on them, and I have all the confidence in the world that we can drop my last doe cleanly and efficiently. So I am stoked. I've taken 2 deer out of here already during archery season, and then I was lucky enough to harvest my target buck moose. It was funny. I hunted with the Airguns 2 days in a row for him. Never saw him, but I did see other shooter deer that were at about 150 yards, and that was just a little further than I felt comfortable shooting with the carbine. With the big bore, with the long barrel, I probably would have taken that shot. But again, we're looking to punch that last doe tag. I'm going to flip the camera around here so I can show you what we're working with. And the deer are using this valley to come up on top and feed on the hay. We've sprinkled some grain out there at times too, but really didn't even need that. They're just using this area. So really cool setup I've got here. It's the Texan LSS carbine, or I'm sorry, not LSS. I'm so used to hunting with my LSS. This is the Texan carbine. That's it. No LSS. This is just the carbine. Again, shooting those 4.57s. I've got my Element Optics Theos on top, which is just such a nice scope that I put it on here. It's a little overkill for the distance that we're going to be shooting, but I don't care. I just like looking through nice glass. And then to help with a little bit of a loopy trajectory of these heavy slugs, I've got the range finding module, also from Element Optics, which is just awesome. I mean, you touch a pressure switch right here, and it tells you the range, which is great while you're looking through your scope. Your scope is the viewfinder. It tells you the range to your target, but what it also does is gives you a complete firing solution. So you literally just look what it says right here, dial up, squeeze, and you are on the money.
Super windy today.
Could be a problem. All right, we just had some does come in. I'm gonna try and get them. They're at 75 yards. There's no way. Not gonna take a headshot. That one in front takes just 2 steps forward. I have a perfect shot on that doe, but I'm not gonna take it unless it's perfect. Come on, step forward. Come on. I mean, I could sneak it in right there, but I'm not gonna risk hitting 2 deer. I could take that one on the left, but pretty sure the one on the right is the one that's busted me a few times. She's at 92 yards now. All right, here we go. That was a hit for sure. Let's see if I can zoom this back out. That was awesome. All right, so 92 yards. She came in at 75 at first, and just they were lined up. I could not get a clear shot, and then she went to 92 yards. This thing is so cool. I hit that. Gives you your range, what you kind of dial. That looked like a really good shot to my eye, so hopefully we'll be putting our hands on her pretty soon. I'm gonna give her at least a half an hour, but the reaction looked perfect. I mean, it looked like it went right where it was supposed to go. So through the recoil, I couldn't see all that much, but I'll go home, review the footage quick, and I'm pretty confident we got a deer down. We are blessed with so many deer on this property. It's just finding her quickly so we can get the organs out. Hopefully she's just right over this hill. I got her. She never even made it out of the field. Heck yeah. So we took the shot right over there. She probably made it about 80 yards. Clearly died on the run because she would have made it to that if she could have. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Absolute perfection. Nice big doe. Bleeding hardcore from the mouth. This was the onside shot. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, nice. Oh, I am so pumped. You guys, this is my first airgun deer in Kentucky. Yes. She went a little more than 20, but she didn't go 100. The barbed wire right up there is the barbed wire that's right around that little pond behind the target stand. So yeah, I would say 75, 80 yards. Yeah, this is so awesome, guys. Airforce Texan, shooting a 380 grain Zan projectile. So awesome. Oh man, that range finding module was the shiznit, because like those are loopy cartridges. You know, the carbine, it's only going 720 feet per second. So the fact that I had to dial 2.5 mils to hit that deer, I mean, you saw in those few steps, it went from 1 mil at 75 to 2.5 at 92, and it's absolutely perfect. Quite a hole. And she was bleeding from the mouth really well too. So just to give you an idea, yeah, I don't know how well you can see that, but she was bleeding pretty good. So here's part of the trail. It's so hard to track in grass, but she did just like I thought. Came right down through here. pretty darn good too. Wow, I'll tell you what, I've never had an airgun projectile do that well. This is the real deal. Now the work begins. I'm not sure if YouTube would let me show it. I don't have a cameraman anyway, but I wanted to show you this knife because I carried this horizontally across the front of my armor the entire time I was in Iraq. My uncle said, you need a good combat knife. And he went and bought over 100 different high review, high quality combat knives. Put them all out on my dad's pool table. Said, pick whichever one you want. This was the one I picked. It's actually the knife that they give to Green Berets when they graduate. I didn't know that when I picked it. This thing has been inside a lot of deer. Saw a lot of interesting things in Iraq. Thank you, Uncle RD. Putting her to good use all the time. All right, y'all. So this is the entrance. And we didn't exit the other side. But this leg, if you know how deer arms work, it's not supposed to do that. So we got in to the opposite shoulder pretty good. All right, let's check this out. So I had to dig hardcore into the opposite shoulder. Look at that slug. It started to mushroom and it must have hit a bone and went sideways. No wonder she dropped so fast. That's cool, you can even see the rifling on it, still see it all on the side there. Wow. So we got some mushroom, and then it hit the first shoulder, turned sideways, and I mean just, yeah. Sand 380s. Get yours today at Utah Airguns. All right, so we've got the deer put away. Heart sliced up, cleaned up, ready to go in the pan with some butter, salt, and pepper. That's all it needs. Shady boy.
Yo.
Do you like deer heart?
Yeah.
And this one could lie to you, but I won't make her. She's not the biggest fan. But when I make tacos with her or whatever, she loves it. But Shane and I will just eat this up as is. Salt, pepper, heat, butter. Yum, 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 yum. That was beating about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Do we appreciate that, dear?
Uh-huh.
Yes, we do. 3, 2.
Done.
Done.